Hello and welcome to the Intuitive Messenger channel. They call me Mitchell, and this is your energy forecast, spiritual teaching, intuitive development. Also the continuation of the full spread for November the 1st, 2014, as well as November the 2nd, Sunday, 2014. So I've got, like, my whole desk is full of stuff. So I hope this doesn't turn out to be a 20-minute video. But the energy today is so beautiful and appealing, and I just want to eat it. It was so funny because Fabian left early for something. He was like, I love you. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm like, who is this person? He's usually, I gotta run. I gotta go. I'm late. It's like even he's feeling it. When he feels it, I know. So first of all, let me go this first. So today is the first day of November. So if you've not watched the full spread for 2014, the link is down in the YouTube video area. So you might have to go to YouTube. It may not be. Just look in the notes below. Because today, or for the month of November, I pulled the Four of Swords, way back in December of last year for this month. And I love it because the Four of Swords is this beautiful peace, Christ consciousness energy. It's solid, it's peaceful, it's just joyous. It's one of the best cards in my personal humble opinion. And the swords run because all the other swords are really kind of lots of movement going on with swords. And then it's interesting because I also wrote down, I didn't know I did this, but I said the finish line for 2014, and I thought, well, I better say this because we're getting close to the end of the year, was 7 of Cups, 3 of Wands, and the 5 of Coins. 7 of Cups, reminiscing, thinking things over. 7 was the entire year, 2014. It's the number 7. So, excuse me, 7 of Cups, not so much reminiscing, but lots of opportunity. 6 of Cups is reminiscing. 7 of Cups, can you feel the energy? 7 of Cups is more about lots of choices, a whole bunch of things in front of you. It's that merry-go-round thing, but a little more solid in the sense it's all in front of you. It can be overwhelming. The entire year felt like this for me. 3 of Wands, the ship is coming in. It is coming, the thing that you wish for, long for, desire. You've been waiting for it all year. It's been there. And then the 5 of Coins can often ring true about kind of desperation, lack of feeling. So, and it's very interesting. Did you notice the numbers? 3, a 5, and a 7. Very dynamic. The finish line is not simple, easy. It's dynamic. And I want to say, you've got a lot of choices in front of you. Pick the one. Draw it to yourself. Don't keep relying on and thinking that there's lack. Because sometimes that 5 of Coins is going to show up because you're so overwhelmed by all that's in front of you. Often the 7 of Coins is like 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups. There's 7 cups floating in the air, and you see the silhouette of somebody looking at it, and they're just like perplexed to which one to go for. So very interesting coming to the end of the year. Now, boom, done. Got my notes. Put that in the trash. Moving on. So today's the first day of the month. 1, magician, that trickster, starting things off. Aha, the idea. Let me get moving forward. And we're dealing with an 11 month. 11, a master number month. 11 is the Justice card, bringing things back into balance. I feel like this is going to be for this whole year. And 12, next month, December, is just going to be like cocoon coasting kind of a feel, that where we're gestating, and then January, boom, it all hits again, which is kind of how it always feels. So, the month, Justice, 11, it's also 2, High Priestess, trust and use your intuition, and today is, I know I'm all over the place, hang with me. For those of you linear people, hang with me. For those of you like me, the Pisces people, just go with the flow. So today is also number 10, because you add up all the numbers, you get number 10, which is that wheel, which is going round and round and round, which is kind of a goodbye 10th month, is what it feels like, because 10 pulls back down to number 1. So today is 1 for the day, 10 for the month, or for all the numbers of the day, and then 1 again. So it's a lot of 1, 1, 1. We got the letter, and we've got death for today from yesterday. Letter out of Lenormand, death out of tarot. So letters of endings, letters of completion, letters that someone has passed away, communication, letters, text via email, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, communications. Now, let me pull another Lenormand for today, and that is 25, which is ring. We had this card also on Friday, so there's this commitment, there's this union, there's this contract. Again, we're dealing with letters. This could be, for me, I would say, all right, today is the day I'm going to get that contract in the mail saying my TV show is ready to go, because we are just in the pitching stages and working with different networks and things like that is where we are in that stage. So that would be what I would say this day feels like. Or, this could be where, relationship ends. You get the final divorce papers kind of a thing. The tarot to go along with this ring is going to be 3 of coins. The 3 of coins is about, just good work. It's just good, solid work. It's not too heavy, it's not too hard, but just a good, solid kind of a work day. So doesn't feel too hard. 8 of coins when you're working, burning a candle both ends. So there's today, the 11th. The 11th month, first day of the energy. Wow. Thank you for bearing with me. Oh, and thank you to all the patrons who have gone to Patreon and are committing to, supporting this channel financially. And I'm gonna say who they are because I appreciate what you're doing. So, oh, hi. You know who you are. You just texted me. So hello, thank you, Judy, Phaedra, Juanita, Diane, Zaida, Amanda, and Janet. Thank you for your support on a monthly basis. I'm very excited about Patreon and being able to upgrade and work through this system and support what I do. Y'all know I've been doing this 2 years every day, little money from YouTube. So I thank you, because this, unfortunately, the world goes around by that. So moving on, tomorrow is the second day of the month, number 2. Now this is cool energy tomorrow, because 2, High Priestess, wisdom, knowledge, intuitive, powerful, smart. But also tomorrow, all the numbers add up to 11, which is justice. Tomorrow is like the month's day, the 11-11, and then 11 boils down to 2, so tomorrow is 2-11-2. This entire month is just going to be kind of on top of itself, and the reason is because 7 year and then 11 equals 2, so 7 and 2 is 11. Excuse me, 7 the year and 11 the month is 9. So that's that rolling over again. So every day is going to kind of bump back on itself. Does that make sense? Because if you add 9 to anything in numerology, it brings it back to the same number. It's just boom, right back around. 9 on 2 is 11, which is 2. 9 on 5 is 14, which is 5. So it brings it back around. So the entire month is going to be doing that echoing thing, which is fun. Lenormand for tomorrow, Sunday the 2nd, is garden. So I see some parties, I see some fun, I see some gatherings, I see some, groups of people connecting around each other. It is the number 20, which is 2. So here we are echoing those numbers again. And then the tarot to go along with tomorrow is 7 of Cups. There it is. This was the finish line card. So this is what it looks like. You'll be able to see it when I pull it in. So that's 7 of Cups. So tomorrow you're going to have several invitations for parties, is what it seems like, or you're going to receive those for the holidays. So if all of a sudden you've got to make a mind coming into these holidays, which party am I going to go to? Make a decision, shift or get off the pot. It's easier to shift. So there's that energy for these 2 days. Now I'm rushing because I want to get to some stuff. I want to talk about my dreams. I want to talk about, so I purchased the Past Life cards by Doreen Virtue and Brian Weiss, and our Spirit's already given me a couple ideas for spreads. These will probably pop up mid-November, because December I want to offer my full spread for the next year. That's a big one that I do at a really discounted price, and I just, bam, get those out for you guys so you have them for the whole year. So this morning I was working on this, and I said, all right, so past life, what was the most influential life that Fabian and I have had? So I picked a current relationship I have. And if you don't have one, then you can just do a random. What was the most influential? This is my spread I just made up this morning because I was playing with the cards. So I said, what was the most influential past life that we've had together? And it turned out to be lessons and blessings. And I went, oh my gosh, absolutely. Because he and I put each other through some lessons, and we have been blessings to each other because we're these rocks for each other. We're the solid, our relationship. We ain't going nowhere. I mean, it ain't perfect, but we always look at each other like, you know what? I'm not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. And then I said, so what are we working through now? Are you going to believe this? Some of y'all are going to know exactly why this card popped up. What are we working through now? Travel, leaving or travel. So here's the thing, travel. We just had the conversation last night. I said something about traveling, and he said, do you think you would have traveled this much, if I wasn't in your life? I said, if I left you right now, I know I would continue to travel, but if I never met you, I probably would not be traveling at all. because I grew up in a family where we never traveled, we didn't move, it was always out of our budget, couldn't afford it, afraid to go. We had this whole conversation about that. So I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that's one of the things I am working through with him, traveling, moving, getting around this world. This goes back to when a medium said to me, I've been a monk and a priest many times, and I can see that because I can see me living in a cloistered environment, never leaving the confines of the monastery or the surrounding area, where so that made complete sense. So and then the next question was, what are we doing this time around? And angels, hello. What am I doing this time around? Connecting with angels, working with that realm, the spiritual realm. And then I said, what's going to be the outcome? Greco-Roman. Oh yeah. Which is interesting because you think of Greco-Roman, you think of sometimes you think of the gay aspect, which I am a gay man. But it was very, very interesting, kind of a little bit of read. So look for those past life oracle cards in a spread coming up. Now, real quickly, dreams. So a couple days ago, and I'll tell you this, right now I am feeling like I've been watching my diet because I jumped about 4 or 5 pounds, and I can tell it's swollen, it's feeling, because at night I will get this just digestive stuff going on. Please don't email me and talk to me about anything digestion. I do all the research, I do all the work. I thank you so much. You can just send high vibration to me. But I think what happened was last Sunday night I ate at Moe's and I had cheese that I never had. It was one of those moments where I gave in to eating somewhere and trying to find the best thing I could do. And it didn't feel too bad the next day, but I think it put some of that inflammation in my system again. So I'm working that out. But also I feel like it's slightly an upgrade, because right before it happened the other night, I was laying in bed in the morning. I was just kind of laying there before anybody was awake. Dogs didn't move, and all of a sudden I could feel the image and the energy of this kind of. They showed me, and I just say this is what they were, but this is what they showed me. It was kind of a shorter male, very Central American shaman, kind of golden brown skin, but the head was kind of like a big head compared to the body, and it was almost like a lion with the mane, things coming out. It was obviously some sort of a mask or whatever, but golden brown. Came over and I was like, well, who are you? What's going on? And they're like, I'm here for your upgrade. Are you ready for it? And I'm like, hell yeah. And it's like they just sprinkled this golden pixie dust over me. And I can feel a nice little vibration. I usually wake up in the morning literally just vibrating. I mean, literally, like when your heart's beating out of your chest, that's what I feel when I wake up most mornings. Just checking my shirt. That's what I feel most mornings. So it was just a beautiful moment. Then this morning, I woke up from a dream, and I woke up kind of laughing, giggling, but almost like in pain too. I was kind of stretched out, and they had and I can't describe what it was because it was more like a morphine thing up on my body, clamped on my boob, and the right one, and then even on my left hand, but it was almost like I was hooked up to wires on either side of the body. And it was like completing the upgrade. Now the funny thing is just the other day I upgraded Fabian's computer, I updated my computer. So I love, that there's these similarities between what's going on in the physical world and what I'm feeling at night as well. And when I say upgrade, the Earth is vibrating faster. Science proves that. You can Google that and look that up. So as the Earth changes, as environment, as everything changes, we have to shift and change a little bit too as we become more knowledgeable, open up. If you even want to go on a scientific level, there's proof that things are changing. So our bodies and our spirits and our souls are doing that as well. So I use the word upgrade because it's the best thing I can describe. And you can also even Google and search about, DNA strands popping up where they weren't before, children coming in with different DNA than they've ever discovered. Just beautiful, fun stuff. So all that resonates with me. So I embraced the upgrade, and let me tell you what, I'm seeing more things physically. Last night I saw just a dark shadow, and not just in my head like the shaman guy came in, but a dark shadow popped in, and I was like, woo, on Halloween night, you're gonna stick this dark, just shadowy head in the door. I'm like, I hope Fabian didn't see it. And I'm looking up there going, man, I see you. I said, all right, if you're high vibration, you're allowed to stay around, but if not, you gotta go. And I wasn't fearful or anything, but it was pretty wild because I'm seeing more physically outside of my head and my mind. Because most of my work is in my head. I see it, I know it, I hear it. That's where most of my work comes from. So, long message, well over 15 minutes. If you're still watching, thank you. Check out intuitivemessenger.org. I have the yin yang spread up, as well as the 5-course prefix spread still there. Both are really cool. And also, at the end of this video, in just a few seconds, you'll see the patreon.com/intuitive Mitchell. If you want to go and support this channel, Patreon is spelled P-A-T-R-E-O-N. It's like patron, but with an E. patreon.com/intuitive Mitchell. And what you do is you can give $1 a month, $2 a month, $5, $10, $20, $100, whatever you want to give, and your credit card. Those of you who've already registered, from what I understand, your credit card will not be billed until December because it was towards the end of October. So I guess that's how it works. I don't care. I'm just thrilled and excited that there's support, financial support, and that allows me to continue to do this and not worry so much about the finances and moving forward. And it's an energy exchange is what it really boils down to. Some people, you know, on other places have said, you know, it's kind of weird if you start asking for money, etc., etc. I said, it's an exchange of energy. That's my belief system, you know. And also, you know, I give privately, where I GoFundMe's and things like that. I give at my main work site on a bi-monthly basis. Privately, nobody needs to know my business, and that's just how I do it. So thank you. Have an amazing day. I know this was a long one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Cosmic Caffeine Sunday night. Pretty sure Jamie is there with me. We got some fun evening, lots of fun stuff to talk about. So namaste. Bye-bye.